Trios Gunners Collective TV. We're going to skip all the shenanigans and get straight to the content, man. Because everybody's been asking me to do this video. They want to ask me what I think about the whole Wack 100 situation as far as, the argument between me and him. And, how that all went down. And then we're going to talk about what Blue Devil's still saying, because he just doesn't stop. He just can't quit. He's going in on the brown men, but the black man, nah, he don't want no smoke with that. No way, Jose, or no way, DeJounte. Either way, we know that man is scared to death of the Brothas, man. That's proven. That's a proven fact. He tucked his tail right between his fat ass cheeks, sat there and let Wack go in on him. Disrespect his neighborhood, disrespect his dead homies, his peoples, things I wouldn't even say to him. And he took it. And there's a lot of people that are playing the fence. There's a lot of people saying, well, that's, he didn't bump baking soda breath. He didn't woof back. That's righteous of him. He stood his ground. He was upset. But no, that's not what happened. What happened was he got scared to death. He didn't expect Wack to go in on him like that. He didn't expect Wack to trip on what he had said in the past. But hey, quietly as it's kept, Blue Devil said a whole lot of cagada about Wack in the past. Called him the hip hop police, called him Officer Wack, called him Wack Fed 100, all kinds of things, and still sat there and allowed that Vato to come into his platform and like a straight up hyena, didn't tell him what it is. Didn't tell him, hey, bro, in the past, I've said some things, but hey, I apologize, or this is what I said and I didn't know. No, he sat there with sat on his hands like Wes Watson does, right? Sat on his thumbs and let that Vato take over his podcast, and then doubles back later on, and Wack fucking already knew what time it was. Let me explain something to you about Wack 100. That Vato is a master manipulator who does not go into anything without knowing exactly the get down. He knew exactly what that Vato said, but this was a perfect example of him. Another chance to make the raza look bad. Another chance to make a southerner look bad. Another chance to defecate on someone's character. This time he did it right in front of the Vato's face. Sat there, took his whole fucking stage hostage. Well, there was like 33 of them. It don't matter. I've been on yardas by myself when there was 300 of them. And guess what? Shirt came off, knives came out. It was what it was. But the difference between me and Blue Devil is Blue Devil doesn't understand that because he's never been anywhere. And you're not a man because you went to prison. But men go to prison, okay? And you have to do men things when you're there. This Vato doesn't understand. He thinks he knows politics. He thinks he knows what it is, running around calling people dropouts. And bro, you've never, ever, ever even came close to dropping in. You're from a nomad Vato. You're a tagger. Stop it. 10 years ago, you were on YouTube tipping cows. You're a failed YouTuber who came back, decided to change your name, change your whole persona, grow a beard. You look like Roseanne Barr from She-Devil, homie. Stop, okay? And you're the one keeping it going. You notice Wack 100 got in and got out. We had our conversation. Vato hasn't said nothing since. He already moved on. He ain't tripping. Anyways, we'll get back to She-Devil in a second. Since that Vato clearly fucking has me on his mente. Me and Dubs, we're all over that Vato's fucking dome right now. That Vato might get a picture of me tatted on him, because I'm on his head. But now I'm going to press on your neck as well. But let's get to Wack 100. So a lot of people, and I'm going to be straight up. Here's the knowledge you can't get in college. And here's some, no added preservatives, just straight up for reals. Sometimes I do things in the spur of the moment. That's the type of person I am. I have no delayed gratification skills. I do things right off the top, right then and there. That's why I was always quick when I was in YA and even prison. If we got to take flight, let's take flight. Let's just do it. We'll ask questions later, right? And that's been a situation that has plagued me. Bad has come from that, and a lot of good has come from that too. But it's just my personality. I can't change it for no one. I am who I am, and I stand on that, right? But I decided to call Wack. And did I interject myself into a conversation between him and Blue Devil? I absolutely did. But you got to understand, as a content creator, when it's the hottest thing out, when everybody's talking about it, right? Well, I'm going to do me too. I like the views. I like a little bag. Why can't I do it? Oh, because I'm not active and I'm not a gang member. I can't do it. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I choose to do, respectfully, right? But I called Wack 100 because I do have his number in my phone, obviously, right? And he knew exactly who I was from the gate. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you clearly listen to the conversation, I said Gunner from YouTube because I don't know the Vato outside of YouTube other than back in YA for a fucking hot second, right? So when I said Gunner from YouTube, I figured he would recognize me, but he knew exactly who I was. He said, oh, from up north, you be chilling with that dude from Santa Barbara? Come on now, Dubs is from Bruta. Oh, the one from Fresno, I'm from Merced, right down the street, right? Highway 99. You know what I'm saying? You go north a little bit, there I am. So he clearly knew who I was. But during the conversation, he knew who I was, he didn't know who I was. He knew who I was, he didn't know who I was, right? But he clearly knew exactly who I was. So as that conversation proceeded, and remember, I did interject myself. You know, was it some bullshit? No, I was trying to get a hot take. I was trying to see what the fuck really happened and if this was all real or if this was another episode of Wack 100 shenanigans. Because this is what that dude does. This dude will go in on people. I bet you if I call Wack 100 again in a couple days, he'll pick up the phone again. It'll be all good and then he'll go sideways again. That's what them types does. That's what he does. Okay. It's all about clickbait. It's all about views. It's all about a manipulation process. It's all about money, right? And he's a master manipulator. There's no doubt about that. See, over there on the other side, Blue Devil, he's trying to be like Wack. He wants to be like Unc Wack, right? But he has a whole lot of tomatoes to sit on before he catches up. That's a fact. You know, he's over there with the failing podcast, starting to lose camaradas all around him. Ain't no one trying to fuck with him, really. But a bunch of fucking bozos and people that really don't know what it is. And I'm not speaking on his gente and real Southsiders. I'm speaking on clearly the trolls, man, that are in there manipulating him and pumping him up like he's somebody. The fact is, I never really spoke too much on Blue Devil in the past. Didn't have a reason to. I heard him say my name. He's always said my name. Drop out this, that. Bro, you are not a gang member, bro. Stop it. You're not that. You're not that. Okay, you're a fucking podcaster. A YouTuber. That's it. I'm not a gang member. You know, I'm a father and a content creator and a family man. That's what I am. And hey, I'm not scared to admit it. Am I active? No. Was Wack 100 right? No. Right? Because these guys that throw around the definition of dropout don't even understand what it means. Only real ones that have done real time understand truly the meaning of the word dropout. I don't need to explain it to you. I don't have to explain it to any man what the word dropout is. But I can tell you right now, I was never whacked. I was never removed. I never fucking checked in. I never went up and told the cops on no one. I never testified in a court of law on anyone. I ain't got no funny charges. No, none of that. Zero. Right? So you see when Wack was like, you did that? Nope. You did that? Nope. Right? Anyways, in the midst of that conversation, I was just trying to get down to the bottom of it, if it was truly something that was real with him and Blue Devil or not. And he said straight up, man, that he was, and obviously he was still feeling some type of way. Blue Devil's over there calling him Unc and it's all good, but he was still calling him a coward and the buster and the this and the that, right? So obviously what they're not seeing eye to eye like Blue Devil thinks. But of course, Blue Devil ain't going to say a bad thing about Wack at all because he's scared to death. That Vato is shivering in his fucking Ugg boots, right? He don't want no problems. So anyways, Wack goes on to conversate, and I felt like this. This is how I felt, Hinton. This is the reason why, because one guy got at me. He said, well, you started the disrespect with that bubble butt comment. Well, I've said that several times on my content. So I'm not going to say nothing that I won't say to the man, whether in person or on the phone, you know, because then I feel like I'm a hypocrite. I feel like that's pussy. Like when Blue Devil walks by, I smell pussy, right? And I don't want to be that, you know, so I have to be civil. I can keep the same energy and keep it respectful, but at the same time, I felt I needed to let Wack 100 know. Did I slide in the bubble butt comment? I did. I happened to look to the side. It was alive, and I see someone say, you won't call him bubble butt, and it just came out, right? Was I wrong for that? Absolutely. Do I apologize? No. Fuck Wack 100, right? But at the same time, I apologized to the viewers and the people that see me get out of character because that wasn't right. And I'm a man and I stand on my words. But at the same time, I know the difference between right and wrong. That's what real men do. They admit their faults, they admit their guilt, and they keep it pushing. Because there's always going to be something to push around. Get no Blue Devil? So, in the midst of the conversation, I felt that it was necessary for me to tell Wack 100 that we did not see eye to eye, and to let him know exactly who I was. Like, bro, you might not be recalling the fact that me and you ain't the best of friends. We're not cool like that. But let me explain something to you. Who the fuck answers a phone call from if he said he didn't know who the fuck I was, answers a phone call and I say, this is Gunner from YouTube, and the Vato starts telling me everything that went down. I could have been anywhere. I could have been some fat fucking J-Cat from who knows where saying, oh, this is Gunner. And, oh, all right, on Paru, this is what happened. This Vato started to run me down. He started to say names, which I'm sorry that the names got put out there. Wack said it, not me. Dry snitching like a motherfucker. He started to tell me all the business. Now, I asked him. Didn't think he was going to tell me. A real one would have been like, man, who the fuck are you, bro? That ain't none of your business. Click, right? I'd have been looking stupid. I'd have been looking stupider than he did on that conversation. I'd have been like, well, I guess that didn't work out. And I would have kept my life pushing, man. Ain't no big deal. I didn't even expect Wack 100 to pick up, to be honest with you, after the shenanigans he tried to pull last time. So anyways, when I let him, so he just picks up and just tells anyone anything, I guess. Anything, he just talks. And then I let him know, hey, I'm on live. Dub, so let the Vato know you're on live. So like a man, because we're not trying to hide nothing, record nothing, do none of that. Hey, bro, we're on live. I don't give a fuck about I don't care. I'll do it one time. I'll do it 2 times. Yeah, you are a one time. There's probably a couple more times. We just know. Anyways, I duck digs 1 time. I'm going to duck digs 3 times. We know. You might duck his ass 4 or 5 times. So this guy decides to just spill the beans, tell me all what happened after, and starts to slander and smut up Blue Devil, the nephew, Blue Devil, Wack's illegitimate nephew, his adopted nephew over there now. The one he said, fuck his body, was dead, all that shit. That's now become his nephew. He looks up to Unc Wack, right? And he now, he's calling him a fucking punk, saying that he bought security, that, he had these guys paid, whatever. I don't believe Wack. I honestly don't. I'm going to give Blue Devil the benefit of the doubt on that one. I don't believe that he paid Wack 100. But then again, man, maybe. I know he's scary as a motherfucker. That Vato shaking like a motherfucking fool at a craps game, right? Shaking like dice. His ankles were clicking. If you listen real close to the video when Wack's going in on him, you hear this. That's his fucking ankles knocking. They call him the ankle knocker, right? Like they call Wes Watson the calf watcher. They call him the ankle knocker. His fucking ankles were knocking. I've never heard a fat guy fucking ankles knock. But I guess he has skinny fucking ankles. So, anyways, as I proceeded with the phone call, as you guys all seen, I felt it was only right to let him know that we were live. He didn't care about that. He just went in, started saying some things, started mentioning names. Again, I apologize if they were real, to the guys whose names he mentioned, because I didn't want to, do that. But it was live, right? Shit happens. And then when I felt it was the right time, I proceeded to let him know, hey, you do know, bro, me and you don't see eye to eye, because I didn't want him to get the impression, or anyone else to get the impression, that I'm buddy-buddy with this cat. That is the last time that I talked to Wack 100 since a long time ago. Let me explain exactly what. Because he tried to basically throw some bullshit on me and try to make me look bad, and nope, hell nah. And if you really listen, he backtracked, During the whole American Cholo incident, for those of you that don't know, there was some bootsy ass paperwork going around. Let me explain to you exactly how I received it. Okay? About 2 or 3 in the morning, the day before I dropped the video, myself and a gang of other content creators received paperwork in our emails anonymously, right? I think Wack 100 made it, to be honest with you, but I don't know. We received this paperwork anonymously, and because I had beef with Gil at the time, I wouldn't say like real life beef, but I'm saying we weren't seeing eye to eye. We're not catching each other's vibe. I wasn't feeling him. He wasn't feeling me. He's super active, I guess, in the community more so, and respects for that more so than out there gangbanging. But I respect, hey, I might not like Gil, but I respect him. Okay. We're going to get that out of the way. And when I seen it, I couldn't believe it. Like, man, I got some ammunition. I'm going in on this motherfucker. As much times as he's called me a dropout and a piece of shit and all this, it's my time to shine, right? So I got at a couple Vatos that I fuck with as far as on the YouTube tip. Hey, what should I do? Did you get it? Hey, I got some of that paperwork too, or I got it too, or what are you going to do? I wasn't even the first one to drop it. Someone else dropped it. I said, fuck it though. I got a bigger platform. So I did it. When I did it, I ain't even going to lie. I was like, fuck it. Let's go. It went up fast. People were tripping. There was a lot of hate, a lot of non-hate, whatever. I didn't know during that time that Wack 100 was having beef with American Cholo, because I don't pay attention to Bubble Butt 100. Don't no one give a fuck about him and No Jumper and what they got going on over there. It's just a big old circle of, wait, on the dead homies, on the dead homies. It's just a big old circle of pill poppers fucking sitting around talking about other men. So I'm not tripping, right? And I'm kicking it. And I get out of homie and I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, bro. I think I might take that video down. I don't know if now that I've read this paperwork like over and over again, some things stand out to me that just don't look right. And, you know, and I wasn't sure. And I jumped the gun. 100%. I jumped the gun, right? And so I'm on the phone with the homeboy and homegirl, and I get a text. Where to work at? From Wack 100. Now, mind you, about 2 weeks prior to this, me and Dubs had called Wack 100. We came across this number from an associate, man, a mutual associate of mine that fucks with Wack too. And he told Wack if he could shoot the number. Wack said, cool, whatever. He shot the number to me. But I never utilized it. So bam, we called Wack on a live, chopped it up. It was all civil, it was all positive energy, whatever. A lot of our subscribers went in on us for that. Oh, you guys didn't keep it real. You guys didn't keep that energy with them. Hey, bro, we're fucking real men here. You know, we're not fucking wolf cases or cell soldier. We're not going to do a live talking about fucking me and Dubs for 5 hours straight. You know what I mean? Like fucking Blue Devil does. You know, we're not going to sit here and keep on talking about guys that you know you don't want no smoke with. We're not going to do that. You know you'll run and tell people. Stop it, bro. Let's be real. Let's be real. Blue Devil, just do you. I'm going to do me. I'm in my lane. You stay in your lane. You know, let's just do that. But anyways, so this Vato, and don't, before the trolls jump in and say, oh, Gunner, but you're the one that went in on. Listen, this Vato's called me a drop-out piece of shit and all kinds of things for months now. And I never say nothing about his fat ass. Well, guess what? Now you just woke up the dragon. Miguel Myers is posted up, ready to go in. You better stop it, bro. Leave me alone. Facts. Anyways, because Miguel don't play that shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have to get some of your baby pictures out here, man, and show how your fucking diaper was shitty. Now, let's get it, right? Wack 100 sends me that text. Where to work at? Now, I didn't know that he was beefing with American Cholo. I didn't know that he pulled up to American Cholo's pad that same day. American Cholo had a bad day that day, right? I didn't know. Didn't know what happened. Wasn't paying attention. And so I'm chopping it with the homeboy and the homegirl, 3-way phone call. I get a text, where to work at? Wack 100. He must have obviously seen the video I just dropped an hour prior to this text, right? So when he said where to work at, you know, I don't talk like that. Where to work at? I don't know. They're hiring a Jack in the Box. Fucking go there, Wack. I didn't know you were doing that bad. So I can put in a good word for you at Carl Jr. I got a niece that works there, right? Straight up. And you get all the free fucking, I know you like the chicken, so you get the free chicken stars. You're good. Ranch y todo. But I didn't know. So when he said where to work at, I didn't know what he meant. So I'm chopping it up, and I tell the homeboy and the homegirl, hey, fucking that full Wack 100's text me where to work at. The homeboy hips me to the game. He's from the Bay. He's like, hey, bro, you talking about the paperwork. I said, what paperwork? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no paperwork. I wasn't even tripping off the American Cholo shit. Everyone had that. Believe me. Everybody, right? This motherfucker calls me. I said, hey, I tell my friends, you know, hey, stay on the line. It's Wack 100, man. Like a real motherfucker. As soon as Wack gets on, I say, hey, I'm going to let you know, bro. My homegirl, my homeboy are on the line. If you look at the video, Wack mentioned that. Oh, dude, what was we on a 3-way phone call? I tell no lies, man, right? So I'm like, what's up? And in a typical Wack fashion, I said, hey, I got a couple homies on the line, right? Oh, I don't give a fuck about that. I said it one time, I said it 2 times. Oh, pow, rule. Yeah? Okay. Whatever. Now, what's up, bro? Right? He's like, man, you got that work. I said, what work you talking about? He said, that paperwork on American Cholo. You got that shit, man. Let's go live right now. Roast that motherfucker. Let's go in. Let's kill that motherfucker's whole vibe, right? He said, man, I pulled up on that motherfucker's house today. This, and that. This, and that, right? I said, I didn't even know that. Trip out. I'm brown. That's a brother right there. I rock black and brown. So, man, got a lot of friends that are black. I respect the brothers, man. I know what they're about. I've seen it in real life. But Wack 100, I know, is an instigator, and he's a piece of shit, right? So I know that the whole get down with him is to try to make the raza look bad, to try to make a brown man look bad. Now, I'm not going to sit here and not be a hypocrite and say I didn't just put paperwork out on that same brown man, right? But at the same time, there's no way, as a brown man, I'm going to ever side up with a dude who I know who doesn't like the raza to go against him, right or wrong. That would have killed my whole shit. That would have made me look bad. I ain't doing it. Even if fucking Cholo was all that, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to participate, especially with Wack 100. I'm not sitting down with him and doing all that weird shit, right? So I said, man, nah, I'm good, right? Boom. We end it like that. I call a homie. He's like, nah, don't do that shit. Boom. Whatever. Press on. This motherfucker gets his feelings hurt, puts shit on Instagram. Oh, this motherfucker, he's the one that, I didn't tell you nothing. Motherfucker, you call me, right? So anyways, trip out. Obviously, when we just did this phone call, man, he remembered that shit. So he started, oh, you the one that gave me the work. Motherfucker, I gave everybody the work. Dumbass. I posted it on YouTube on my channel, dummy. What was the difference from me giving you some paperwork? Was I posted it on YouTube. Think about it. So, full of shit. That's why I said, man, I ain't got it right here, man. I got to get at the homeboy beast. Well, then find it. Get it and whatever, bro. You know, your phone's right there. You text on your phone. So you do what you do. You got the tapes. It's all good, man. Look, I'm moving on from this Wack 100 bullshit. Wack is Wack. Okay, he's going to do what he does. All that talking about my mom's and you got me out of character and I talked about his, man. I'm going to apologize to his mother right now, man, because she don't deserve that. And I ain't even worried about my mom's. My mom's will fuck around, beat him with the broomstick and break it over his back. You don't know. Mom's is tough. My mom's from Oakland. My mom's from, lived half her life in Oakland, half her life in LA, 18th Streeter. She's different, bro. I don't even want that smoke. So Wack better leave that alone, right? Real life, she could handle her own business. But he went straight to talking shit about moms, yelling. Then all of a sudden, he remembered who I was. He didn't know me in the beginning, but all of a sudden, I'm a dropout. He knows everything about me. Oh, you was on this yard. You was on a 50-50 yard. You was this, you was that. Bro, so was Crit Mac on the 50-50 yard. And you said, free the Mac. So stop it, bro. You're talking about a Mexican. Your politics are not the same, so you can't even talk about that. I've always tripped out. Shout out to the brothers, but I've always tripped out on a brother calling a Mexican a dropout. You know damn well the politics are different, bro. You know how tricky and how hard it is in the Mexican politics compared to the brothers' politics, man. It's two different things, right? Not saying one's weaker or less than, but blacks are allowing themselves to get away with just a little bit more than the Mexicans are, man. Mexicans are too treacherous and dangerous. Motherfuckers that kill you over stinky toenails. It's just what it is. So, man, all the blacks, oh, you're a dropout, you're this, you're that. Bro, you don't, Wack, you can't even go to your neighborhood. Stop it. You know, stop it before, man, I talked to someone from your neighborhood, OG's the homie, man. We've been fucking with each other, man. He's the homie. And he tells me, man, that fool ain't don't be in the neighborhood like that. So stop it. I ain't going to my neighborhood. You ain't going to yours either. You know, and you definitely ain't going to be anywhere where Jay Diggs can find you. You notice when I said that about Jay Diggs, this motherfucker lost it. Huh? He went, motherfucker, fuck your mama, right? Oh, power. Listen, my mom bakes pies, Rue. She doesn't even know what it is. She didn't even trip in off you. This gay, no one. What the? Wax on, wax off. Clean the plugas, bubble butt, and do what you do. And one guy, one of the trolls, why you call him bubble butt? Why you talking about another man's? I didn't. The other fucking blood did. On No Jumper, he called him a fucking bubble butt. Hey, on Paru. You remember that shit? Come on now. Everyone's seen him butt naked on the bed talking to Blueface. But he'll swear up and down it was Chris John. I don't know, man. When it comes to Wack, I'm going to leave it alone. But I'm trying to tell you about the character of this man. He's a disrespectful person. And I apologize to the people, man, that see me get a little bit out of character because I've been trying to change my ways. But I had to stand my ground. I did better than Blue Devil. He just sat there talking about, it was like he wasn't even on that podcast. He was like, I got to check the paperwork. Did you call him a rat or not? I got to check the paperwork and see if does it say on the paperwork that you called him a rat or what? Is that the paperwork? You know what I mean? Or I don't know what you're talking about. No one does. All I know is that's his uncle the next day and they're all good. And now his whole focus and what he's trying to do, because he's trying to get people to forget about it, is he's trying to go in on me and Dubs. But that ain't going to work. Everyone's seen it. You were exposed for the pussy you are, bro. So just keep, your lips, your fallopian tubes are falling out your lips every day more and more. Keep being pussy and I'm going to keep being me. Keep me out. Hey, we'll do it like this, Blue Devil, since you're a real one and you don't bump baking soda breath. You keep my name out of your mouth, I'll keep your name out of my mouth. How about we do it like that? It's that simple. That's the challenge right there. You know? Talking all that shit, oh, you guys was hanging around a known sex offender. You guys was around Cowboy. Bro, I pulled up to a food review. Cowboy just happened to be there with the homie. I didn't even know him like that. Never met him in my life. Besides an interview I did with him like a couple months before the homie hooked me up with. I didn't know what he had, what type of Megan's Law. I didn't know none of that. You know, just like you didn't know Wack 100 was a snitch, right? Just like Wack 100 didn't know that you called him a snitch, right? Sometimes we just don't know. So how am I wrong for pulling up? Did I hang around with that dude? Was I kicking it? Nah, stop it. Quit it. Hey, go tell Nipsey Hussle's brother that, bro. Him and Nipsey, Cowboy Nipsey, they were close. Come on now, man. But you'll bump Nipsey Hussle music on your lives, though, huh? When you know that he fucked with that dude. So, but me and Dubs are bad for that, huh? Real estate. I'm a real estate investor now. Hey, I'm going to invest in XRP, Donald Trump, and fucking Blue Devil's head. And I bet you one of them makes me more money than the other. It's probably his head. Anyways, with that being said, man, I'm not going to keep this shit going with these videos. How do I feel about the situation? I humbly apologize to those that I need to apologize to. I don't apologize to Wack 100 at all. Like I said, man, to him, he's already moved on. He ain't even tripping off none of this shit. He's going to be talking about another person tomorrow. As far as Blue Devil, this Vato can't get enough. He did a 5-hour live last night watching me, Dubs, and the homeboy Free World Robert just kicking it, not even paying attention to his fat ass, just doing our thing. That Vato was just all fucking nervous and tripping and all foaming at the mouth and mad. Why are you mad? Hey, look, see, you've never been to prison, so I'm going to give you some game right here, because I have, right? So let me give you some game, Blue Devil. I'm non-active, homies. I'm a non-active gay member, not from the South Side. I was a Northerner, homie. So first of all, your politics and my politics are not the same. Why are you mad at me? You should be happy that I'm not beating your ass, right? Listen, the Norteños have a reason to be upset with me because I'm no longer in the best of standings. That's cool. Those are my people. I'll deal with that when that time comes. But as far as you, Frosted Flake, let me explain something to you. Let me pour a little milk on you, right? So that way I can soggy your ass up because you're acting too hard and we know you ain't. You talk about this and about that about me. The thing is this, bro, you've never been in prison, so you don't understand that if you're a real righteous one, you're not even supposed to acknowledge someone that's non-active at all. They're supposed to be invisible to you. You're not supposed to say their name. Their existence doesn't matter. Their existence doesn't count. None of that. If you knew, then you would know, but you don't, because what you are is a clout-chasing YouTuber that reports people. You reported Baldacci. That about didn't even pull up to your shit. He pulled up to get a boba. You reported him. And I seen your little shit. Well, that's copyright shit. That's YouTube. Snitching is snitching, bro. Straight up. Period. That's it. You told, homie. That's real. Where's the paperwork at? Right there. Doug posted it yesterday on YouTube. So stop it. I'm just, man. Let's just keep my name out of your mouth. I'll keep your name out of my mouth. Let's do it like that. There's the challenge. Let's see who breaks it first. You guys want to see that? Thumbs up or thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the one that wears the crown. Me. Blue Devil's going to stay playing catch up with tomatoes in his back pocket, rotten ones. And I'm going to keep throwing rotten tomatoes. Or we could be men in the situation and just shut the fuck up. It's that easy. Bang, bang. He did for Wack, though. Oh, he shut the fuck up for Wack. Quick, huh? Unk. Yo, pussy.